Okay, Capricorn, this is your monthly for December 2024. And we're not ready for that, so that's going to go back in. But for your monthly Capricorn, we are going to switch things up again because I'm still trying to find the groove of what it is and how it is that I want to do this. So you're going to have one card for the month. The energy of the entire month, and for you, that is going to be the High Priestess. Then I'm going to draw a card to show what you're coming into the month with, the beginning of the month, how that's going to go, and then a card for each week, and a card wrapping up the energy of the month and what it is you're taking into the next month. So, with the High Priestess as your energy for the month, you're going to need to rely on your intuition whenever you're dealing with people. If it feels like they're hiding something, they are, or they're just not admitting something. It does feel as though these secrets are not yours, but still something that you may end up being affected by. It's going to be very important for you to listen to your subconscious and follow through on what it is that your intuition is telling you. For the beginning of the month, you're coming in with something. You've gained something. You've gained some kind of recognition, either financially or in the workplace, societally. Who knows? Maybe you got promoted to being a judge. You do have something to celebrate. However, do not expect these other people to be celebrating with you and for you. They could be just around to see what it is that they could get out of you, or maintaining some kind of front so that they could utilize your position to their advantage. For week 1, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So even though you're trying to put past resentments behind you, and you want to forgive somebody for trespassing against you, the other people may not want to come to the conversation. Just because you set up the table and you open it up for discussion so that you all can move past it does not mean that that is what's going to happen. They may want to hold on to this because they decide that not accepting forgiveness, not giving up these past resentments that they have against you, gives them some kind of power. So even though you are trying to make amends and you are trying to reconcile, do not expect other people to be on the same wavelength as you. However, notice that if you offer something to where that they could benefit out of or off of, they'd be there in a moment. Like there would be skid marks behind where they just left from. You know, they would get there if they thought they were actually getting something out of this. But do not lead with your strengths whenever dealing with these people. And be honest with yourself. If they are willing to reconcile and start discussions, do not be surprised that they may just want to use you or something that you have. For week 2, we have the Page of Wands, so you may be inspired to make a change and conquer new ground because you have had recent success. Now, this success that you've had has granted you a certain amount of freedom, and you're not about to let anybody else tie you down with responsibilities or expectations. Because they, as far as you're concerned, they don't really have a right to expect anything from you, but it's almost as if you're willing to take someone along with you for the ride, for this for this discovery that you're trying to make, but they don't want to be a part of it. Like, they may act like they want to because they want to see what it's all about and if there's something that they could manipulate you into doing, but I see them kind of like disappearing within the first 10 seconds because they realize that how involved it is that you are with this. You're not focused on the wants and needs of somebody else right now in the second week, so remain that way. You have a purpose, you have something driving you forward. Just focus on what it is that you want to move towards. This other person has their own goals, and they obviously don't have the same interest or goals that you do, so let them find their own path. For the third week of December, again, this doesn't feel like you. This feels like somebody else is trying to come clean with how they've screwed you over or something they've taken from you. I don't see you caring too much about it. I really don't. Like, you knew that it was never worth the fight. You knew it was never worth what you would have had to go through for this. And if you reference your weekly, it seemed like there was some kind of inheritance involved with this. So in the third week, this may be referencing back to that, and maybe that's whenever all of that goes to court, is in the third week. But it really is like somebody else is keeping secrets and trying to change things behind your back, and you had a trump card up your sleeve the entire damn time. You already knew what they were trying to do, and you let it go, and you let them waste their time and their energy doing this. For week 4, things are going to end up turning out in your favor, and you're going to be able to relax and focus on the positive vibes, the celebration that you've been trying to get to, and really trying to drag other people into it with you, but they're so insistent that you're only there to use them and get what you want from them, but they don't. They're so insistent that they have so much and everyone's trying to take from them that they refuse to see what changes that you've made within yourself and what it is that you may actually have that they may want. Which again is coming back up to the Six of Wands up here. And just a note real quick before I pull the last card. It's almost as if you're dealing with someone who refuses to acknowledge that you are an adult and that you're not a kid anymore. Like, you're not making the same mistakes. You're not making adolescent mistakes. You have made changes to your life that they refuse to acknowledge, because if they did, they would see how much power they don't have over you anymore. And it's not even that they see it as power. It's almost like rank. Fuck rank. Especially within a family. Fuck rank. You're either part of it or you're not. Everyone needs to trade off responsibilities and positions and do different things all the fucking time. You know? Not everyone has to be in a parentification kind of position where the oldest child has to parent the younger siblings, and eventually those siblings grow up. And if they refuse to acknowledge that That's their problem. But for the wrapping up the energy of the month of December 2024, Capricorn, you have the Page of Pentacles. Any manifestations that you've been working on, even if it's just subconsciously, they're going to end up coming in during this month. Even if somebody seems to be trying to get something over on you or keep secrets, it doesn't matter because you have a wealth of resources that they don't know anything about, and they would, you may even try to tell them about it, and they just refuse to acknowledge any of your accomplishments. So, and again, it's like they're trying to maintain a position of power that they never had to begin with. So if they want to sit there and kill themselves, let them waste their time. It's not your problem, and I'm not saying that you're trying to help and take on a parentified parent role to any siblings, especially if they're adults. It could be just that you were trying to help out or give a process, give away, and give them away and give them solutions, and they just don't want to hear it for whatever reason it is that they got. And at that point, just let them be, let them struggle if that's what they want to do. But that is going to be it for you, Capricorn, and I hope you have a good month. Know that any struggle that you're dealing with, it could just be trying to get some kind of recognition and get an idea through to somebody else. And it may not be effective, it may not be worth your time, but you can try. You have opportunity for yourself, though, and do not be afraid to develop and change and go about your way. No matter how old you are, you can always change your mind, change your path in life, and best of luck to you. It doesn't look like you're going to need it, but it seems like the universe is definitely providing for you and putting the right things in your pathway. And remember, if you would like a personal reading, the links are down below. And remember to come back for your dailies, weeklies, and monthlies here at Rogue Mystic Divination.